the love and enjoyment of Alice in Wonderland, which means some Alice in Wonderland nails. That's right. I'm going to do Alice in Wonderland inspired nails. And this was my little inspiration things. It was suggested to me by someone, and I thought, that sounds like a good idea. As I do enjoy matching things to my favorite movies and stuff that you've seen in the past. Yep, just like I did with the Michael Jackson movie that came out this year. Yep. Last month or the month before. It came out very recently. Very, very recently. So we're going to do some Alice in Wonderland nails. We're going to sprinkle in some of that awesomenesses and everything. You know me. I'm going to really go all out, all crazed, all everything. So with all that, let's get to those Alice in Wonderland inspired nail art. And here we go with the first coat of this nice sparkly white polish to be the background of it all, as we did 2 coats, and now another one to show it on the pointer finger as I point the Alice out. Yep, we're doing the Alice in Wonderland of nails, and as you saw one of them, they were checkered, and I'm definitely doing that checkered here on one of the middle fingers of the design and everything, with the first square to the second square of it all looking good, if I do say so. Oh yes, making sure I keep the gaps in between where it's going to keep the polish that is the base of the silvery white. This was a little hard because I am using a slightly bigger brush than I should have used. I couldn't find my smaller one, so I had to use this kind of long one. And it did make these lines a little difficult, as you might be able to tell. But I do have the slight skill, so it wasn't too bad. I just kind of used the tip of it. But yeah, it was a little hard. And now I'm using a different brush to fill it in each of the squares so I can make that nice checkered. And this is a sparkly doggo polish as well. That's kind of like a dark bluey black. I thought that would kind of work. So yes, it's a whole checkered of sparkle to it all. And this sparkle is hollow. Oh yes, it is. The dark hollow of the sky, of the universe. Not that Alice is the universe, but with all that and the checkered, well, now fill it in with a nice thick glossy top coat. And now I've got another one from one of the other, from the design, which is some hearts. Yep, 2 dots, then going down on each side and filling in that little triangle, making the hearts come to life. Yeah, and I did about 4 here. And now, of course, that one needs a glossy top coat as well to hold it all in. The nice thick one so it doesn't smudge. And now we go with my other design. Yes, each one is pretty much a different design. This one's just blue because I saw the blue. And I wanted to bring the eat me in. Yes, that's right. This is an E that I'm writing by hand. And then the M. Or the A, I mean for eat. Sorry, my brain. Going to something different. Because, yeah, that's how you spell eat, right? And then them eat me. I'm now doing an M. Yes, there is some skill involved knowing how to do little tiny little letters. And you can definitely see the handness of the brush strokes for sure. But that's part of the look, isn't it? That's what I say anyway. So, bring in some of that blue and some of the little things. And, of course, that needs a glossy top coat as well. And the same dark color. Looking good, if I do say so. Yes, it's my go-to one for all the bright colors and for a good price. And this is all the ideas I had for it all. Yep, all of these ideas. So I'm going to kind of mix the two together just like I'm mixing my outfit as well. So this is the palette. Only thing I don't like with most of these palettes, like I've always said, hard to open. Does it want to open for me or not? I feel like I need a tool to open these things. Like it hurts. Do they expect people that do makeup do not have long effing nails? I got it. Okay, so there we go. I haven't used this palette for a little bit because I like to go to my other Revelation palette, but this one is one of my favorites. I got it because of the red and stuff. So, all I got to do is put my little base thing on. Only thing is, I don't know if you know, this is hard to get out. There we go. So let's quickly put the base on my eyelid so it holds on to it a lot better. Okay, some of those eye looks might be crazy to the crazertons, but I'm thinking I'm going to do it of a less subdued, but I'm going to do that color scheme. So I'm thinking of doing red and blue. So I'm first going to put the red on. So I'm going to do, I think, the middle with a nice red and then maybe go around with a blue. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this red. It could be redder, to be honest. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to do an aura of AI, I think. I don't know what I should do. Let's just do an aura of an eye and see what that looks like. I know there's some that showed different, but I do have an idea to do with my eyebrows. I did slightly put my finger with the eye primer on my eyelid, on my eyebrows, because I have an idea for those. So I'm going to use some of this to do my eyebrows as well. There we go with that. And we want to bring in some of that Alice color, which is very blue. So I'm doing that with it as well. There's lots and lots of blues in here. Really light blue, that blue. And then there's these blues over here. This palette has a lot of blues in it. I'm not sure why. But let's see. Those are, I'm probably going to go more on the scale of these two. So, yes, granted, I'm about to use the same brush, but that's okay. So then I'm going to do an aura around. Let's see. I'm doing the really lightest blue. I might need to add some darker blue. Yes, I do. So let's go in with the darker blue. There we go, that one. Yeah, that's a little better. So there's my eyes for the most part with a lot of blue and a little bit of red. And I kind of tried to cover the whole eyelid. I don't know how people do it. It's so hard. But let's get into what I was thinking of doing for my this. Let's see if it works. I'm going to use this very orangey color. And I'm going to see about seeing if it shows up in my eyebrows. Oops. Never done this before. I've imagined people have done this before. I might have to mix it with some of my eye makeup. Let's take this, which is an ombre kind of color, you know, that color. But let's see. I don't know what it's going to do if I take the brush I was using, take some of this orange, and now put it in there with the makeup, eyebrow makeup, to kind of give it a little bit of a brighter orange. Not really I'm doing this because I want it to match my hair. I'm doing it because it kind of goes with the look that I am thinking of doing there. So there is that. The eyes and eyebrows are nice and finished. I did see in those looks that there is a white eyebrow like this, you know, for the eyelashes, but I don't have the white, so I'm just going to have to stick with black. Well, here is my awesome blush. I do have my two go-to blushes. I almost could do without blush because I could almost make my face very white. I don't know, but I know that if I did the white, the blushy cheeks can go more off the thing of the, you know, what is she called? The hearts, the Queen of Hearts? Yes. So I think I might do a mix of the two and give myself that blush look because I think that would be a better look because I love my blush. So I'm going to go off of that to give more of the doll look is actually good for this as well because of it Alice in Wonderland kind of vibes. So that actually works with this, in my opinion. I'm going to do a little mix of the two just to give a interesting look. And I do think that the makeup has done something to my eyebrows. I have put a little bit of the orange going down because I wanted to give a little extra. So I'm just going to mix the two here. Go a little more crazy with this than I might typically do. Really. But there we go with that. Look at it. Goodioso. One of my favorite lipsticks. This is not going to be as bright colored. This is She Glam lipstick. It's not going to be as bright colored as like what you'd see in Alice in Wonderland, the really bright red color, you know. Very bright, like the packaging on this. It's going to be a little more subdued than that. But this is it right here. So let's just do that. I might do a mix of a little bit of this pink that looks yellow. I was going to do some lip liner, but maybe I'll leave that. I'm going to do a mix of these two. So there's that. It's very easy for me to get it on the sides. So now we're going to take this. We're still doing a red lip, but we're doing a subdued red lip that kind of like brick red. Because this is really rejuvenating a little bit more than, and that's what I have on me. That's rejuvenating somewhat. So there we go with that. And it might be an interesting color because, and then they're going to go in with this. It still gives that vibe in my opinion. Gosh, does it look bad there. Ooh. Let me see what I can do about my eyes. I'm going to fix those up. My lips look pretty nice now. So I'm going to fix this up a little bit. See what I can do about the eyes because I want more of the red to show. A little too much of the blue. So let's fix this up before we get to this hair. And there we go. There's my eyes. I did take a lot of the blue away because I wasn't liking how it was turning out. Whoops, sorry about my lip there. But now it's time to get into the hair of it all. As I'm growing this hair out, I have a slight monstrosity of it all. I have this new product that I found from Got2b, which I think might be owned by Swatchcraft. It doesn't say Swatchcraft, but I think this is one of their brands that I will call. It says nothing about Swatchcraft on it, but that's beside the point. I got this because I used to use the dry shampoo and kind of liked it, and it's like a glue. So what I'm using this for, I'm using it for this. So I'm not gonna have Alice in Wonderland hair fully, but I want to get some of this dyed down. So I got my handy dandy comb here to kind of help and all of that. So let's do this. It says it's for like this. I wanted to use this instead of hairspray because the hairspray was like making me cough. So I'm literally feel like I'm using a glue stick on my hair. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a glue stick on my hair. It's so funny. Just glue down all my short hairs that are getting longish. That's what I'm trying to do. So let me just finish that off. Okay, there is that. But now we're going to use some dry shampoo here. And this one is Toni and Guy. They seem very interesting brand-wise. And I think this might not... I did get one from the other brand before, and I got a new one from them. I can't get this open. Why isn't it coming off? There we go. So you shake it up. You put it in your hair in all the places you want it, just like any dry shampoo. Because I got the other brand. I can't remember what it's called. Let's try this bad boy out. Ooh, it smells like perfume. Oh, I don't think there's a white hue much. Oh, there might be a little bit. Not really. Said you let it sit in there, so I'm going to do it actually on my light bar as well. Ooh, there is some white hue. Not a lot, though. Ooh, it does show right there. Let's see how it blends in. I got the volumizing one. I didn't want one that just helps with getting the oils as much. Okay, so there we go with that. It's making me cough a little bit. So there is that. Now what I'm going to do, I don't know how I can do this because I don't want to touch the part I just glued down with the hair glue. I'm going to use my hood on this. It in. It does give it a weird texture. So as you can see, I'm doing sideways way because I'm only trying to get this. And now I'm going to bring in the comb. I should have a brush for this somewhere, but that's okay. My hair is pretty short, so. Only thing I'm not happy about what that did to there. Let me see if I can get rid of that. I'm gonna get this. It doesn't look like it's changing my front part too much. I don't know if that's because it's what color it is and it's not pink. So, crusty also. It's made it very dry. I think that's what it is or something. Ooh, the volume is there for sure. Don't know what I should do about this side, if I need to comb it a little bit. Well, there we go with that. So now all we got to do is I might fix this up, but all we need to do is get the outfit together now. Here is my outfit. Yes, it's very, very red, isn't it? One of the looks that was like modernized look had overalls, and that was do with Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Dumb and Dumber kind of ones, you know, those characters. So I thought I would do that And I did bring a little bit of green in because these were green hearts, because I saw a look that was to do with the Mad Hatter and it was very green. So I thought, why not, even though there's almost no green in any of this, not even in the nails themselves, this is what it came up. And of course, I might have used this Alice band to keep my hair out of my face. Now I'm using it to just wear it part of the look. I think this all looks great. And maybe with my really colorful Labubu, because why not? Though I am thinking that maybe my Skull Panda might look a little bit better because she has a little bit of that vintage look. And there is a lot of the vintage. That's why I did this blue button up, because there was one of the looks that had a skirt that was Alice themed, modern Alice, with a button up shirt that was kind of in this color. And what's fitting is it does have some flower pattern on the collar and stuff. This is Hollister's. Hollister's makes some really great button up shirts. I don't know if they do them anymore, but all I know is I got this used. Everything I got used that I'm wearing, except for my handmade bag, and these overalls I got brand new. These are from Forever 21. I've had for years. Because shops like Forever 21, I do think, kind of like Primark, the best things to get at those kind of cheap-ish places is the denim. Yes, the denim. But besides all that, going red, red, red to the little bit of blue and a little bit of green, and just adding this bag because I thought it looked kind of nice. I think I'm just going to change this to my Skull Panda for today. So even though this has animal print on it, I think the colors are very fitting for the look of the blues to the greens kind of thing, especially with the earrings. So even though this is animal print, I'm still going to use this bag today. So there we go with it all, feeling it, bringing it with all the Alice vibes. Eat me, drink me, oh yeah, as you can see. So with all that, there we go, feeling it all in the Alice way. Okay, yes, it's not all black and white like you like, Holes, okay? But doesn't mean I can't enjoy some red, red, red. Yes, your favorite color might be white and black. It doesn't mean it's mine. Well, I do have that black and white now, so yes, I brought you into it. Okay. He has some funny things, all that craziness. He doesn't know what to do, So with all that, me and Holes here, let's go and have some fun.